Hello everyone and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, Sulphur Springs police are investigating an armed robbery reported to have occurred Sunday evening at a Main Street convenience store. No one was reported to have been injured, but a weapon was reportedly displayed during the robbery. As of late Monday morning, no arrest had been made in connection with the case, according to Sulphur Springs Police Chief Jason Ricketson. The alleged robbery was reported to have occurred around 6:20 p.m. Sunday in the 1600 block of Main Street. A skinny white male, estimated to be about 6'1" tall, wearing a dark hoodie with an orange and black camouflage type face mask, entered the gas station and contacted the clerk. The male displayed a firearm and demanded money. The clerk complied, and the man ran away, according to Chief Ricketson. Police ask if anyone has information about the robbery, including the suspect's identity or whereabouts, to please contact Sulphur Springs Police 903-885-7602 or Lake Country Crime Stoppers at 903-885-2020. Crime declined overall in Sulphur Springs last year, setting a new 20-year low record, according to data recorded by Sulphur Springs Police Department for the 7 major offense categories. 6 fewer crimes were recorded by Sulphur Springs Police Department in 2019 than in 2018. That sets the 20-year record low at 162 crimes overall in the city, according to the data provided by SSPD. In fact, last year marked the 4th consecutive year in which fewer crimes overall were recorded in the 7 major reporting categories. Sulphur Springs Police Chief Jason Ricketson attributes the continued decline to a lot of hard work by patrol officers and detectives, as well as their proactive approach. SSPD's response to calls and patrolling in the community also helped to serve as a deterrent for crime, especially at night. Crime in 3 of the 4 categories of offenses against people, homicide, sexual assault, and robberies, declined in 2019. Conversely, crime rose in 2 of the 3 property crime categories. However, the decline in burglaries was enough to set a new record low, according to the SSPD data. The next largest change was the increase in vehicle theft offenses, with small upticks reported in the number of aggravated assaults and thefts as well. In sports, the Lady Cats basketball team opened district play Saturday afternoon with a 65-41 loss to Royce City, the number 12 ranked team in Class 5A. After the Lady Bulldogs went up by 18 points after the first quarter, the Lady Cats hung with them fairly well. We learned more from Lady Cats coach Brittany Tisdale.
No, we did good. The first quarter killed us, letting them score 25 in the first. You know, that hurts. You can't get down that far. But other than that, yeah, the rest of the game we really stuck with them and did some good things. And, I mean, considering they scored 25 and they were on track to score 100 on us and they only scored 65, you know, it's pretty good. So after we woke up, we did all right.
And again, the team got in the 40s, as despite being down several players and having another injury. They continue to find a way to put the ball in the basket.
No, yeah, it was good. We scored 41 on them, you know, because we're 3 varsity players down, playing with 5 varsity players. So that's promising, scoring 41 on them.
I guess we're watching Hannah Cordell kind of develop as a basketball player as a young sophomore.
Yeah, she's finally starting to figure it out. You know, it's going to take her a little while. This is her first time playing high school basketball. so much less putting her on a varsity basketball team. But she's coming along quickly, and so she's really starting to really find her own out there.
Player that impressed me on Saturday, played a really hard, tough ball game, was Nyla Lindley. She just really battled, rebounding and everything.
Yeah, no, it was one of her best games of the season. I texted her after the game. I said, "Was your mom there?" She said, "No." I said, "Tell her she missed one of your best ones," because it was a really good game for her. So.
Now you got on Tuesday Lindale. It'll be a second district game. I think they won their first one, a close one. So a good chance to kind of bounce back for us.
Yes. So they beat Mount Pleasant, who's good. I mean, that was a good win for them, but we're looking to go in and beat them on this one. You know, whether we got all 8 players or 5 players, we want to get a win in district next. So.
The Wildcats and Lady Cats powerlifting teams competed at their own Sulphur Springs meet on Saturday. The meet featured 25 teams and 450 lifters, and we get results from Sulphur Springs powerlifting coach Casey Jeter.
Sure was. A very good meet. Very, very proud of our kids. They've put in some very hard work over the years. Heck, our girls team and several of our boys started back in September lifting and preparing for this season.
You know, as far as our teams are concerned, you had 3 Lady Cats lifting and a bunch of Wildcats, and they did well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So last year we had 2 girls lifters. This year we're going to have 4. At our meet, we only had 3 lifting because the other one's a soccer player and she couldn't be there. Addison Lamb is our youngest. She's a sophomore. She was a regional lifter last year. We hope to get her placing this year. That's her goal. Mm-hmm. Our other one is Rory Young. Rory is new to it. She's a junior, but she showed a lot of potential. Powerlifting's not for everybody. Oftentimes you have a lifter that's good in the weight room, but on powerlifting day it's just too much for them. She's the opposite. She likes the weight room, and she showed up for the powerlifting meet and really showed us some great things. She's got a lot of strength left that we didn't even get to see, so her maxes aren't even more close. And then, of course, Sable Erdemeyer, sorry. Had a stutter. Sable Erdemeyer, she showed up. She rock and rolled. Squat 300. She'll be a 350 lifter by the time we get to regionals. Bench press 115. She's already up 20 pounds from last year. And her deadlift, which shocked everybody, with 350. The ease at which she blew it up was quite impressive. She'll probably be a 400-something pound deadlifter by the end of the year and be a state competitor. We're pushing for her to get top 5 in the state this year. So on the boys side, some great lifts. George Greenway, another one of those, he's a year-round lifter. George came out and he beat the state qualifying total by 50 pounds. So it's a 1,400-pound total for the 198s. He was at 1,450 and missed. So he squatted 600, bench pressed 300, and deadlifted 550 pounds. He attempted 600 on his last deadlift, got close to the top, went ahead and put it down. Just something didn't feel right. He's definitely got that in his tank probably in the next 2 weeks. Next to him, we had Jesse Carrillo. Jesse Carrillo's in the 148s. Jesse currently is in top 5 in the state. Those things fluctuate, just like George Greenway's top 5 in the state. But right now, there's no one in the region close to him. Jesse had some big lifts. Pretty sure he was 470 on squat. He's 148 pounds. That's impressive. His bench press was 265 pounds. He's going to be a 300-pound bencher. And his deadlift, I believe, was 465. We'll hopefully get that squat and deadlift closer to 500, which, again, is highly impressive for the 148s. His brother, he ended up getting second place. The other kid was pretty stout, but he only missed it by 15 pounds. His brother, Ryan Carrillo. Ryan is a junior for us. Ryan, big year. This was his first time to medal, but he came out big. Squatted 500, benched 300. He's a 181-pound weight class. His deadlift needs some work, but we're getting there, 375 pounds, but much more than he thought he could do, and that's what's important. Chad Menard's a sophomore in the 220-pound weight class, got 4th place. Really big numbers for him, 475 on squat, 250 on bench, and another 450 on deadlift. Got a lot left in his tank, too. Another Austin McCain showed up in the 114s. We're hoping to get him regionally qualified, and the other ones, they all showed up and did really, really well. Radon McCormick is new to this. He's a junior. I talked to him about it a lot last year. He's my 275-pounder. He showed up this year. and really had a great meet. He never thought he'd get over 450. He did 520 on squat. So highly impressed with him. He's got a lot left. A couple of freshmen, Joshua Sutton and Matthew Mitchell, both first meters, and they had a really good time. And we expect a lot of good things out of them.
All right, sounds like a really good effort. And just the whole meet, a lot of teams, a lot of lifters, and everybody seemed to really enjoy it.
Yes, sir. This is one of the smaller teams I've had in the past, but they really showed up. We didn't keep up with team numbers on this meet, 25 schools. We really just worried about our lifters doing the best they could and seeing what they had, especially being so young. Fourth place, we were really actually very happy with. Coming in fourth, just barely missing out to Roy City. Honestly, if Radon McCormick had gotten his last lift and placed in the top 5, it would have gotten us there. And it's amazing how one lift for one lifter can throw someone else out and put us in. But that's how the cookie crumbles.
Now, I think you take a week off and then come back on the next Saturday for the next meet.
Yes, sir. 25th in Rains. 25th in Rains. Love to have some support there. Have our fans come out and give some cheers.
Very good, Coach. Off to a great start.
Yes, sir. Thank you all very much.
Wildcats soccer team managed to split 2 games against good competition on Saturday in the 2020 Lobo Invitational in Longview. In a game made up from a Friday postponement, the Wildcats got by Jacksonville 1-0 early Saturday. The Indians were called for a penalty during the final 12 minutes of the game, and Wildcat Omar Hernandez scored a goal on the penalty kick. The game was a rematch of last season's by-district match that Jacksonville won on penalty kicks after the two teams had battled to a 0-0 tie after regulation and overtime. Wildcats coach Alexi Upton said Saturday's match against a Jacksonville team preseason ranked number 3 in the region was a great game played in a playoff atmosphere. He said the Wildcats had few turnovers. Later Saturday, the Wildcats dropped a 2-1 match to Forney. Kevin Yanez scored the Wildcats' goal on a penalty kick. Coach Upton said he took the opportunity to utilize players that get to play less. He said it was a great opportunity for the team to grow. He said he was more interested in developing team depth than the final result. The Wildcats' season record is now 2-4-1, and the Wildcats will play next at West Mesquite on Tuesday night. Lady Cats soccer team finished play in the Pine Tree Lady Pirate Showcase with a 3-0 loss to Pine Tree on Saturday evening. The tournament was a tough one for the Lady Cats. They lost to Jacksonville Thursday, had a scheduled game with Cleburne canceled due to threat of bad weather on Friday, and then came the loss Saturday to the Lady Pirates. Lady Cats coach Javier Aguayo said the Lady Cats made 3 very bad mistakes on defense against Pine Tree. The Lady Cats season record is now 0-2-1. The Lady Cats will return to Gerald Prim Stadium Tuesday night for a match against another former district foe, the Princeton Lady Panthers. The number 15 ranked Saltillo Lady Lions got their second district win in 2 games, overwhelming Union Hill on the road 82-7 on Saturday. The Lady Lions led 23-1 after 1 quarter, 41-3 at the half, and 65-6 after 3 quarters. Anna Reeder led the Lady Lions with 22 points. Christina Wade scored 13 points. Brittany Peoples and Allie Lane had 11 points apiece. Jocelyn Ochoa had 8 points. Paisley Kastner added 7 points. Maddie Smith scored 6 points, and Juliana Giles scored 4 points. Coach Bill Giles said he was proud of the Lady Lions' effort and intensity. He added they played unselfishly and shot the ball well. The Lady Lions improved their district record to 2-0 and their season record to 20-7. And the Lady Lions will play Avenger at home on Tuesday. In boys basketball, an impressive win for Miller Grove over the weekend. The Hornets got by Ector, ranked number 20 in Class 1A, 51-47. For the Hornets, Kobe Robertson led the team with 18 points. Isaiah Billingsley got 13 points. Lexton Sly had 10 points. Kagan Scott scored 6 points, and Matt Brignan added 4 points. And that's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for joining me, and so long, everybody.